Hi guys, welcome back to Novel Nomad and welcome to my tag for the week. I am doing the finally fall book tag. Now you're probably thinking, Kate, you just uploaded a TBR video for spring and now you're doing a fall tag. Yes, I am, because I do love all the different seasons and I know all my lovely Northern Hemisphere viewers are currently going through autumn, or otherwise known as fall. And I was tagged by Kate Howe and I was just so excited for this tag. I couldn't wait until autumn in Australia. So I'm doing this tag right now. I'll link Kate's video and the original creator down below, so be sure to check out their videos. But straight on with the questions. Question 1. In fall, the air is crisp and clear. Name a book with a vivid setting. I'm sure all the ladies who read this with me would fully agree that the setting of The Blue Castle by Ellen Montgomery was absolutely breathtaking. It just blew me away. The sense of place, the descriptions of nature. I think it's set in more of the Nova Scotia, Ontario region rather than her classic Prince Edward Island, but it still is a stunning description of Canada, and it just brings back so many memories when I was there, but it really transported you to where Valancy was living in the Blue Castle. Question 2. Nature is beautiful but also dying. Name a book that is beautifully written but deals with a heavy topic such as grief or loss. Now for this one I chose Tin Man by Sarah Winman. I just recently finished this one. It is a very short book, so I do encourage you just to go out to read it if you want to read something that is beautiful but also really heart-wrenching at the same time. It deals with grief. The main character loses not only his wife but his best friend, and it just looks at how love comes in many different forms and how that affects you, and how those various types of love and grief can be something healing at the same time. Question 3 is fall is back to school season, so share a non-fiction book that taught you something new. And for this one I had to think about it because I haven't read that many non-fiction books this year so far. But one that I did read earlier in the year is Shrill by Lindy West, and this one was great because it made me address certain ways that I thought and viewed people and how I viewed myself as well. So it was a really fantastic book to really challenge my view of the world and view of other people, especially how women and the body positivity is viewed in society. So it was really interesting. Question 4 is, in order to keep warm we need to spend time with the people we love. So name a fictional family, friendship, group, household that you'd like to be a part of. And this one I'm definitely going for the Winston household, the Winston brothers, and also the one sister. They are absolutely beautiful, and Penny Reid is only 3 books into this series, 4 if you include the sister story, but I'm absolutely loving them. They are such a beautiful family. They've gone through so much together, but they've always managed to stick together. But they all accept each other for their own unique quirks, and I think it's hilarious just reading into their little banters and in-family quarrels. Question 5 is, the colourful leaves are piling up on the ground. Show us some fall-coloured spines. Now I just have to get this because I did get a few books to get a really good gradation happening for this one. Alright, so on the top here we have The Newt's Emerald by Garth Nix in this beautiful yellow cover. I did read it in the ebook edition, and that also had a beautifully illustrated cover too, but this one works perfectly for that very lovely lemony colour yellow. Next I have The Rosie Project by Graham Simpson. I did wait and get the US covers because I just love the whimsy of the illustrations. I thought it was really well done. Next I have The Mummy Case by Elizabeth Peters. This is an Amelia Peabody book, and I'm sure you know that I definitely read this one with Kate Howe and it was great fun. Next up we have Lola and the Boy Next Door by Stephanie Perkins. Funny enough, I didn't really like the first book, but I really enjoyed this one, and for some reason not many people that I know enjoyed this one, so I'm just that weird person who likes the book that no one else does. Next we have Homecoming by Yaa Gyasi. I haven't read this one yet, but I really want to. I have to put it on probably for my summer TBR. I think this will be good to summer read perhaps. Then we have Alison Goodman's The Two Pearls of Wisdom. This is also known as Eon or Iona, I'm not sure which one it is in the series. I think it might be Ion in the US, but this is the really fabulously cool Australian and UK edition. Next we have Requiem for a Mezzo by Carola Dunn. This is a Daisy Dalrymple series and I thoroughly love these ones. These are just light-hearted little fluffs to get me through the day if I need a little bit of a pick-me-up. And finally, I have Smuggler's Kiss by Mary Louise Jensen. This one I really enjoyed. I was surprised by it. I got it as a free book and I thought might as well try it. It is set during the 1700s and it involves some smugglers slash pirates, and I was really blown away by how historically accurate this was. Some elements definitely are in the fantastical realm as such, but for historical accuracy in a YA set in the 1700s, thumbs up from me. Now I'm going to surprise you with a little bit extra for question 5. Not only did you get the classic fall colours, but I thought I might do an Australian fall colours because we're surrounded by evergreens and bark and bush, and most of our native wildlife doesn't actually have fall colourings. We stay a very olivey shade of green year round. So for the Australian fall colours, I thought I might do Ella Montgomery's Jane of Lantern Hill. I definitely want to read this one soon. And if you are interested in buddy reading this with me, let me know. I would love to read this with some lovely people. Next on the Australian fall colours is Golem and the Djinn by Helene Wecker. I've mixed reviews on this one, but I have really been wanting to read it for about 2 years. I've kept putting it off thinking, no, I won't pick it up. I'm not sure what I want to make of it, but I finally found it really cheap and I might as well. I've been wanting to read it for a very long time. Next is The Bachelor Girl's Guide to Murder by Rachel McMillan, and this one is going to be one of the books I'm thinking of reading with Kate Howe. We'll see how we go for our murder mysteries, but we're currently going into more of a Victorian buddy reading at the moment. But this one looks really cute, little short YA, and it's set in Canada, so that will be fun. Going on to more of the dry bark look of the Australian fall, we have Speaking from Amongst the Bones by Alan Bradley. This is one of the Flavia de Luce mystery novels, and I'm looking forward to this one. I really enjoyed what I read with Flavia so far. I liked how it suddenly started to change. She started to grow up a little bit more and it didn't feel so stuck in the mud as the first few did. But I hope the direction of the series turns out really interesting. And finally, the last book on the Australian fall colours is The Mistress of the Art of Death by Ariana Franklin. I've heard so many good things about this one, and I managed to find this wonderfully creepy cover that I just thought I have to pick it up. I have to definitely see what this murder mystery is all about. And it's set, I think, in Cambridge during the Middle Ages. So hopefully that is very outside of my zone, but something fascinating. Okay, so on to question 6. Now, fall is a perfect time for storytelling by the fireside. What is a book where a character is telling a story? Now, for this one, I have chosen The Storyteller by Jodi Picoult, because not only is one character telling a story, but one character is telling a story as she is writing a story in her past. So it is a bit of an inception moment, but it is wonderful. I absolutely love this historical fiction. If you're really interested in looking at Polish folklore, World War II history, looking into the Holocaust, and also slightly tying into modern day issues surrounding the Holocaust, definitely pick this one up. Question 7 is The Nights Are Getting Darker. Share a dark, creepy read. And for me, I usually avoid horror books, except I've got one Stephen King horror book, and I think that's going to be my limit. I need to work myself up into that. But for this one, I have chosen the master of weird and creepy, and that is Edgar Allan Poe's The Tales of Mystery and Imagination. Now, I don't think I can ever forget The Telltale Heart anytime soon. That was a fabulous one, although the eye thing freaked me out. But it was an absolutely fabulously atmospheric, wonderfully gothic story, and I loved it. I had this weird thing where I love weird gothic things that slightly creep me out, but not saying that's absolutely going to petrify me. So I absolutely love Edgar Allan Poe's works. They're just so odd that it makes you think about what is dark and wrong with the story and wrong with society. So very good. If you want to start with a great gothic work that will really get you going, and these are all short stories as well, definitely look up Edgar Allan Poe. Question 8 is the days are getting colder. Name a short, heartwarming read that could warm up someone's day. And that one is definitely going to be The Rosie Project by Graham Simpson. This is a short, hilarious but also beautiful tale of a man looking for a wife. And he has many interesting ways of going about it, but it's definitely worth checking out if you just want something quick, fun and light. Question 9 is fall returns every year. Name a favourite book you'd like to return to soon. And that is actually going to be Pride and Prejudice for me. I absolutely adore this book, and as in Australia it's coming into a very bright and vivid spring and summer, I'm feeling some bubbly wicked wittiness in the reading future for me, so I think a Miss Austen visit is definitely a necessity. Question 10 is fall is perfect for a cozy reading night. Share your favourite cozy reading accessories. Now my house is designed for summer. It is designed for heat, so when I walk into my house it is like an icebox and it is glorious. However, that turns around in fall and winter to be absolutely freezing. So I usually look like I'm going outside. I grab one of my favourite beanies. And by the way, thank you Kate Howe for this gorgeous beanie. And then I probably grab the largest scarf I own and throw that on because it is gloriously warm. And that is my inside reading attire. I usually have a jumper on, not a t-shirt, but I usually have a jumper on as well. And then I have to make myself a cup of tea. That is essential. But I have different modes of tea drinking. If I am feeling in the mood for something light and I don't intend to be reading for very long, I choose a small mug like this one here, which is a gorgeous little bear on it, and the saying says tea is a gateway drug to biscuits, which matches my sentiments exactly. But if I'm filling up for a little bit more tea if required, I have to move straight on to my Powell's mug. This one is a gorgeous low-handled mug. It's from Powell's Books in Portland, Oregon, which I fully intend to go back to again. I've been there twice and I'm going back anytime I'm in the US if I possibly can. And it is a great tea mug for a good strong cup of tea that needs to revive me and keep me nice and warm during a long reading session. The last mug is for when I am feeling tea is my life preserver. I need a tea or else nothing can work. And that is my ginormous Winnie the Pooh Bear mug. Winnie and friends are playing all different types of sports. You can see his fading a bit because of overuse, but this is my absolutely ginormous mug in which I take so much comfort, and this one often turns into my lemon and honey and ginger tea mug. So I can usually get a good dollop of honey in this one. Alright, so the last question is spread the fall love, and I am spreading it all out there. If you want to do this tag now, do it if you're in Australia. If you're currently in fall, why not do this tag? So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you're all staying nice and cozy and warm with your mugs of tea, your lovely books to read, and your wonderful accessories to keep you warm in the fall months. And if you do this tag, link it down below in the comments. I'd love to see it. And I'll see you next time. Bye!